Well, good evening. How's everybody doing? Well, in response to Bubba Lee, I thought I would make a video on my concept of the spirit. I've looked it up in the dictionary, various other places. Every dictionary seems to have a slightly different version of what the spirit is. Everybody I know seems to have their own version of what the spirit is. Television has greatly morphed the view and understanding of what the spirit is. Some say it's God. Some say it's the soul. Some say it's the ego. Some say the subconscious. So, where do we go from here? You got to go to what you were trying to convey, what I was trying to convey, to transmit, to communicate, to paint a picture inside your mind, my mind. And how I see it, how I understand it, how I came to understand it, the concept of spirit. Raised in the church, I was led to believe as a child it was an angel or a ghost, a spirit. As I grew up, it just didn't quite apply. But what I used it for was to try to convey a message, an image in the mind. To me, what is spirit? That's what's important. If I can convey what I view the word spirit as, perhaps others can understand what I'm saying when I use the word. For me, it is my existence before I existed in the flesh, from the time of my existence to now. It is who I am now, and from now to who I'm not when I'm no longer flesh. To beyond the flesh, the continuance, the infinity, the knowledge of the cosmos. Some say it is the cosmic knowledge. So the spirit a mystical, invisible representative of self, perhaps. But it's the same view I have of God. Like I say, we're inside God. We are the conscious projections of God, which means we are like the characters in a dream. You have a dream. You go to a concert. There's 10,000 people all having discussions, eating, drinking, laughing, crying, playing music, walk around, talk to a few of them. Sometimes their conversations would be amazing, stuff you never heard before. Then you realize things are moving so great, so interesting. It must be a dream. So you reach out, you pinch somebody, and they slap you. Oh, it hurt. It felt real. You walk over, you sniff somebody. You can smell them. Oh, yeah, they haven't had a bath in several months. Yep. You feel the cold of the night, the heat of the day, the emotions, all in a character in your dream. What difference is that character from you to God? There's none. The character has free will. Yet you can intervene, guide the character here, there. You can intervene with the others in the dream. Not the main character, but the sub-characters. And if you ask a sub-character about their past, their life, they'll have a whole history. And they'll be able to prove it to you, too. So what can you do that the character in your dream cannot do? The character in your dream could probably do more than you can do. So are you the spirit of the character in your dream? I'm the spirit of the characters in my dream. Every one of them. Everything in my dream is me. I am the spirit of my characters. So, that same relationship exists between me and God. So if I want a prayer, I could pray to myself. In the future, in the past, it doesn't matter. It's all spirit, consciousness, projection. See, I have a plan for the character in my dream. Now, my character may not like that plan, resist that plan, do something else. Might want something I don't want the character to have. So the character won't get it. The character might want something. I might want to give it to him, but the character's body may not want it. So the body prevents the character from receiving the gift. Then there's times when the body wants something, craves it, demands it, but the character doesn't want it. I want to give it to him. The character don't want it. Refuses to take it. Therefore he doesn't get it. As the dreamer, I can see the whole environment of the character, all the characters around them. I know what's on each of their minds, their plans, their desires. So when I try to communicate with a character, I can do it through other characters. Sub-characters communicating with the main character to persuade the main character to do as I wish. But what happens when the main character realizes he is a character? Well, if he tries to take control, gets other characters to join him in unison, could the characters in a dream take control of the dreamer? Would that be called split personalities? Perhaps. Perhaps that's the core of bipolarism. You create a character in your imagination, your dreams, your fantasies. Then one day they take control. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You dream about being better than you are? Create the character. An imaginal character. One that you can control with your mind. Put that character through different trials, different environments. Teach that character how to respond. Since you can see all that is in the environment of the character, you have foresight. But teach that character how to be better than he is. Then let that character take control. What happens? You go from where you are to where you want to be. That's what happens. An athlete achieves more in the mind than the athlete ever achieves physically. Before a boxer fights a fight in the ring, he's already fought it 1,000 times. Mayo Musheshi. I think I mutilated that name. Mayo Musheshi. A well-known Japanese sword fighter from the 1600s. Was asked, how do you know when to strike? His response was, when you see your opponent ready to strike in your mind, strike first. Mayo Musheshi was saying, not only do you have the control over yourself, but you have control over all the characters around you, because you're the main character in the dream. When you understand your relationship between your spirit, mind, and body, you develop another power, let's call it, and that's to control your environment, those around you. But it all starts with your consciousness and your imagination. Your imagination is the alchemist's conversion of lead to gold. There's also those saying, what's above and so below. which everybody says all the time. It's said a little different nowadays. It's hello, hi, low. It's amazing. People say that's an evil, satanic term. Oh, don't say it. As above, so below. High, low. Hello. It's amazing what people say they don't know they're saying. And that's my biggest problem in life is the conveyance of thought. To paint the picture I see in my mind, in your mind. Communicate. It's not really a problem. It's a challenge. It's an adventure. It's an achievement. Bubbly. What do you think the spirit is? You think it's an angel? A ghost? Your internal energy? A wild stallion, maybe? That gets up, bucks, kicks around, demands control of its environment? Perhaps. Perhaps it's your imagination being lived out or preparing to be lived out or preparing to remember what has been done in the past, in the future. What's the difference? What's the difference between your past and your future? It's all in your mind. What was you doing a week ago? Whatever you say is in your head. What are you going to be doing next week? Whatever you say. Right now, it's in your head. You have to live it out first. And then once you live it out, then it's part of the past. You can remember it, but it's only in your mind. So where are you now? You're living out the thoughts you had? How deep does that go? When did you have that thought? 1,000,000 years ago? In the cosmos, perhaps? Perhaps you're just a vessel. That conveys cargo from one moment to the next. For a purpose you haven't thought of yet. Or a purpose you haven't acknowledged yet. That you have set forth. Have you ever kept a secret from yourself? Yeah. Lots of people do. Oh no, I didn't do that last night. No, that wasn't me dancing on the bar. Yeah. But what about tomorrow? Do you keep secrets about what you're going to do tomorrow from yourself? Of course you do. I'm going to get up on time with a cheerful attitude and go to work. How many times have you said that and gone to work pissed off, wishing you had the day off? The night before you wanted to go to work with a cheerful attitude. Gung ho, you know. Were you lying to yourself? How well do you know yourself? How well do I know myself? It is said, the better I know myself, the better I'll know you. And that's because there is no you. There's just me, projected out. Every character I've ever met on the streets, I can sit down and meditate and find that character in my dreams, my imagination. They're there. You can sit back and create a character in your mind. An unbelievable character, one of amazing skills and talents and looks. And just keep thinking about them. And one day you turn the corner and there they are, in real life, blood, flesh. Is that character created out of your mind, or was that character already in existence? You're 10 years old, you think of a character, you play it out, you get everything about that character in your mind. 10 years later, you actually meet that character. And that character is 10 years older than you are. How's that possible? But it happens. It happens all the time. Here's this one spirit coach I kind of like. Her name's Teal Swan. I watch her videos. But the truth is, when I was 12 years old, I used to do paintings and drawings, and they looked exactly like her. Not only did they look like her, when I did them with the same purpose as she is. She's fulfilling the life I created in a character. Everything about her is the same as the character I created when I was 12 years old, and now she exists for the purpose I created. She gives advice. And sometimes when I watch her, I'm like, not sometimes, almost all the time. I turn on her channel and I'm like, I was just about ready to ask that question, and wow, there she is answering it. Because that's what I created her for. To answer my questions in life. So that's a personal example, one that I can rely on, one that says, yeah, thoughts are real. They're real in the past, they're real in the future, they're real right now. And you can look inside your life, your mind, and find examples for yourself. You don't need to go to a book or a college or some wizard. You have all the answers. You've created all the answers. You're just in denial of your creation. Actually, like I said, there is no you. There's only me. And yes, I'm in denial of my creation. Something goes wrong. Oh, no, the devil did it. Satan did it. The taxman did it. The judge did it. Somebody else did it. And that's what screwed everything up. No, I created that character. Somewhere in my mind, at some moment, somehow I created that character. Here's one for your psychologists that deal in the minds of 12-year-olds. How many 12-year-olds have you talked about? Adolescent, teenagers. That have the mental image of themselves having the power and the authority of Kim Jong-il. It's programmed into the children today through the television. Or Kim Young, whatever. Okay. My battery's running out. It's time to go. Bubbly, enjoy your day and have a good laugh. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's time to go. Enjoy. Love y'all. Because I love myself.